So imagine this. A politician stands up in parliament and doesn't just disagree. He completely questions what's really going on behind the scenes. Not loudly, not emotionally, but with sharp, calculated precision. Before we dive into the full story, comment where you're watching from, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now here's how he frames it. If this decision isn't about efficiency, then what is it? And he gives two possibilities. Either this is a government pushing changes people are already concerned about, or, and this is where it gets interesting, this is an idea that's been sitting quietly for years, just waiting for the right moment or the right person to finally push it through. And once he sets that up, the entire argument takes on a very different tone.
But Madam Deputy Speaker, if the reason is not efficiency, why is the government doing this? There are only two plausible explanations. The first, that this left-wing government, determined to censor free speech, indifferent to public concern about two-tier justice, simply wants to do away with the hassle of juries. The second, that this is something the civil service has long sought to do, but after a line of wiser secretaries of state than this one, they finally found a minister foolish enough to go along with it. You can imagine the scene in the Ministry of Justice. A reshuffle is underway. The Cabinet Secretary tips off Sir Humphrey, who promptly gathers his officials, asking them what the new Justice Secretary is all about. A private secretary plays the now notorious episode of Celebrity Mastermind. What blue cheese is paired with port, asks the quizmaster. Red Leicester, says the honourable gentleman. Sir Humphrey's eyebrow arches. Which Marie won the Nobel Prize for Physics? Antoinette, comes the answer. Sir Humphrey smiles a wry smile. Which English king followed Henry VIII? Henry VII, cries the right honourable gentleman. Sir Humphrey looks around to his trusted officials. Finally, he says, I think this time we found our man. For this is not a new idea, Mr. Speaker. Officials have been itching to do this for years, but wiser secretaries of state have always said no.
And this is where everything shifts. Because up until now, it sounds like a normal political disagreement. Different views, different priorities, different opinions. But then the tone changes. Because it's no longer just about the policy. It's about how decisions like this even happen in the first place. And that's what makes this moment interesting. Because the argument being made isn't just that the idea is wrong. It's that this idea has been around for years, quietly sitting in the background. Not pushed forward, not acted on, because others chose not to. And that raises a simple question. Backhand index pointing right, what changed? Was it the situation, or just the person making the decision? And that's where the comparison hits. Past leaders who held back, versus someone willing to move forward. Then comes that quiz moment, not as a joke, but as a point, because it introduces something bigger than policy. Backhand index pointing right judgment. And once that question is raised, everything else starts to look different. Because now it's not just about whether the policy works. It's about whether the people behind it are making the right decisions. And when that doubt is there, every decision gets questioned. So now I want to hear from you. Backhand index pointing right, was this fair criticism? Or did it go too far? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.